about to transform this boring room into my best friend's dream gaming room. He hasn't been able to game in over 2 months because his PS5 and gaming PC had gotten fried in a power outage, making this entire gaming setup useless. So in this video, I'll be completely tearing down this broken, faulty setup and turning this space into his dream gaming room setup with insane custom lighting, really cool decor, and the best gaming gear possible, as well as a crazy surprise at the end. All within a 2-day time limit.
So this is Sterling. Yo.
And I'm gonna be sending him and his girlfriend 5 hours out of town to go see his favorite podcasters on tour in the next few days, which will keep him far away and give me time to build his setup without the worry of him coming home and ruining the surprise.
Enjoy the drive, buddy. See you in a few days.
With me already stressing about the 2-day time limit, I quickly got to removing everything from this wall to give me a blank canvas to work with to avoid anything from going wrong in this video. Well, at least that was the plan.
This is the only PC I have. Bro, I actually don't know what to do. I'm not even kidding.
But we'll come back to that later because right now, things are going great.
Now that we've got the first step of our plan out of the way, we can now move on to the furniture aspect like the desk. I'm curb stomping a desk right now, bro. Okay, standing desk completed. It goes up, it goes down. What more could you possibly need? Now, before we put absolutely anything gaming setup related onto this desk, I'm gonna make a really cool design on this wall because beforehand, all there was a Rod Wave poster.
Now, so I didn't have to completely freestyle a design. A few days beforehand, I made sure to use a Steam game to 3D model how I plan on this spot to look.
Because with how long this could take, I need all the time saving I can get.
And you're probably wondering, Chandler, how is it not gonna be easy to just peel paper off foam panels and place them all over the wall?
And that's because this is just the first part of my panel design. So now we gotta do some arts and crafts to accomplish the second half of this idea.
By placing some panels on a flattened cardboard box and perfectly tracing an outline around them, I then cut the cardboard and stuck the panels onto it, put some LED lights around the edges, and made cardboard risers to make this amazing underglow light effect once stuck on the wall.
Okay, this looks absolutely incredible, but I really wish it was as simple as how I just explained in that voiceover, because this somehow took me over an hour to do.
Now, although it did look good, after staring at it for a little while, I started to realize something was still missing.
I think this could look a whole lot better if there was a floating shelf right above the panels.
So after a quick drive to Target, finding the shelf aisle and picking one out, I then got back to Sterling's house and immediately got to work with putting it up, where I then placed 2 of his favorite albums in vinyl on the shelf,
just to personalize the space and make it feel more like his. Now, I did put this cool 3D light panel in the middle of the setup earlier, but if you know my style of building setups, this isn't nearly enough lighting.
So I tossed an LED light strip around the entire desk, set a floor lamp and plant in the corner, and lastly, these cool line lights right above the floating shelf.
Now, with that ticking off the last step before building the gaming setup, we're doing incredible on timing as it's only been a few hours since Sterling has left. Now, before Sterling's last PC got absolutely torched by lightning, it was already bad to begin with. I think it had like a 3050 in it, 8 gigabytes of RAM, just overall not a good PC. So I made sure to get him a way better build this time around. It's got a 4070 in it, an i7 13700K, and looks pretty good. Brayden, it's not turning on.
Are you for real?
I swear. It's plugged in and the switch is on the right side. It's been on both sides now and it's plugged in.
What?
Bro, I'm not even trolling.
So after quickly getting on my local Best Buy's website and seeing that the only available PCs were absolutely garbage,
I'm not getting him a $600 PC, bro. This is a beautiful looking setup so far, and I'm not gonna ruin it with a $600 build.
panic began to set in once I realized I had no extra PCs laying around at my house and nothing could possibly ship in the next 24 hours.
Imagine I really sent this man 5 hours away out of town. I mean, at least he still got to watch a podcast, but he comes back to no gaming setup still.
But after a little bit of me and Brayden brainstorming on what to do, we came up with the perfect plan to keep Sterling away just a little longer.
So we both decided to look up events going on in and it turns out there's actually a concert of an artist he likes going on in like a day or two. Yo.
What's up?
So you know how you said you were gonna come back home tomorrow night?
Yeah.
Not anymore. You're going to a Cody Johnson concert. Hope you didn't have other plans going on.
So with me then ordering the gaming PC off Amazon, all I could do was hope it arrived on time while Sterling enjoys the podcast and concert hours away from home with zero clue of what problems I'm currently facing in his room.
Okay, it's now a few days later, and thankfully, the PC arrived bright and early this morning. All right, so this PC looks honestly way better than the first one. I'm not gonna lie, but now we gotta make sure it actually works. No, wait. Oh, I thought we, bro, at that point, this thing would actually be cooked. This one is slightly a little worse than the first one I got him, but I can't lie, it looks much better, and the spec list is still pretty good. Now, before we move on to the next step of moving the insane gaming monitor I'm putting in this setup, I got this cool monitor riser that I'll be setting it on, which I believe has RBG built into it, and it should look pretty cool. Which officially makes it time to move in the beast.
The 32-inch smart monitor M90 SF 4K OLED Samsung Vision AI. With a spec list of 165 Hz, 0.03 millisecond response time, and 4K resolution, this is the perfect monitor for gaming as well as consuming content. Now, Samsung doesn't call this monitor smart for no reason. It's capable of being used pretty much like a smart TV, having access to your favorite streaming services, and even being able to game on with no PC or console needed. And with Samsung being the #1 OLED monitor brand in the US, they made sure to have a dynamic cooling system that will protect your monitor from burn-in so you can enjoy the amazing visuals for as long as possible. And if there ever is an issue with burn-in, the Smart M90 SF comes with a 3-year warranty keeping you and your monitor protected. Now, with having Samsung Vision AI, it can do some amazing things, like being able to discover what's on your screen by using click to search, upscaling your content with 4K AI Upscaling Pro, tailoring your visuals with AI Picture Optimizer, and even hearing every word clearly with Active Voice Amplifier Pro. This is by far the coolest monitor I've ever seen, and I'm actually really jealous of Sterling right now. So make sure to head to the link in my description to pre-order one for yourself, where you can get up to a $300 Samsung credit when pre-ordering one of Samsung's new AI smart monitors.
So with the beautiful Samsung monitor now set in Sterling's setup, it's time to start adding in all the fun stuff. For the mouse pad, the homie Gutsy Aiden hooked me up with a blue Topo one, which will match perfectly with everything in the setup like the lighting and the panels. And then to match the Topo design even more, I got him a black Ice from High Ground, which honestly always just sounds so good. And for the mouse, well, hopefully a still working G502. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm gonna break this thing before he even gets to use it. Now, as I had said at the very start of this video, Sterling's previous setup was fried by a storm and he had lost everything. And although this is a really good looking PC setup, like I'm honestly jealous of it, Sterling still sure does love his console games. He's a really big fan of 2K, Madden, NCAA, just stuff you can only have on a console, and I know he's been missing his PS5. So I decided to get him a brand new PS5 as well.
And to make this console even better than it already is, I got him an 8TB SSD so he will never have to worry about running out of storage.
Gosh, that looks really good right there. And lastly, for the finishing touches, I got him a pair of the best headphones you could possibly get for a gaming setup.
A really cool stand it can sit on that also charges his mouse, a nice low profile boom arm, which didn't seem to be a fan of me.
I think it's... Ow! Oh my gosh, that actually really hurt.
And lastly, this cool PS5 controller holder that actually charges them as well, which typically I would say this setup is officially complete, but I saw all of y'all flaming me in the comments for not cable managing the last few setups on this channel, so I took y'all's feedback and ended up making this one look pretty dang good.
And just like that, we are finally finished building this setup with just a little bit of time left to spare, and it honestly couldn't have worked out any better. Sterling has been my best friend since we were 8 years old, and he has always supported my dreams of creating content.
Hello YouTube, I'm Tina Gonzalez, and I can't get my shower head off the floor.
I don't want ants in my room.
I already have ants in my room, and he gets mad at me for blowing his warhead at this.
So honestly, no one deserves a setup transformation like this more than him. And little does he know, as soon as I'm done surprising him with this, he has just one more thing I'm gonna surprise him with as well.
And after giving him a call, it turned out the timing of finishing everything was perfect because within just 5 minutes...
Is he here?
Yes, he's here.
Okay, here we go, bro, here we go.
Which made it time for the big surprise. So I blindfolded him, made sure he couldn't see, guided him to his room, which all led to this.
In front of you is your brand new gaming setup. So you can go ahead and take the blindfold off.
Oh, yo! That's fresh.
Are you sure you like it?
Yeah, that's clean.
Well, listen, I got one more surprise for you.
God.
I got one more surprise for you. It's under that blanket. And listen, this is all I'm gonna say. You wanted this for a while.
About a year ago when me and Sterling were playing Fortnite, he had randomly said,
Bro, you know what I've always wanted?
"What?"
AirPod Maxes, but they're just too expensive.
And I've kept that in the back of my mind since. And today marks the day of making that dream come true.
I just know you wanted it and you couldn't quite justify the price, which is totally reasonable. And I tried to fit it in a briefcase. It's too big. Are you ready? Brand new AirPod Maxes,
way,
bro.
bruh.
They're yours, I swear.
You're lying.
I swear.
You're lying.
I haven't even opened them.
That's crazy, bro. What?
I got you.
Overall, Sterling was extremely grateful for every single item I got him, and he can finally enjoy his favorite hobby again that he once lost.
If you enjoyed this video and maybe you can get surprised with the setup as well, make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and remember to always put God first. And if y'all want to see more content from me, you can check it out here.